So you want to see the show? You really don't have to be a hoe. From the time you were a psycho, groupie, coke, and crazy. You know, one of the many problems I've found in this world between sobriety, weed, and alcohol. They're really not so different. But when you are sober, you're relatively lifeless. Because when you're sober, there's not much to say. Everything is simple. But that bugs people. And so they coerce you. In whatever way, the spirits, whether it be weed or alcohol, find their way into your life, your psyche. Which is really more to say about the problems of the human condition and people not being able to handle being sober, at least in my own life, in my own experience. Because you might feel, when you are sober, lifeless and dead. But there should be pride in that. Because even though you might feel that way, you are taking life on life's terms. Even caffeine is like, it's kind of brushed off the shoulder, but it's still a stimulant. See, the older you get, if you grow wise, there's not as many moves to make. You're more deliberate. It's the difference between a 20-year-old jiu-jitsu student with all the strength in the world, but none of the knowledge, where someone like myself might have a field day with such person because they can be as strong as they want. But if you don't know how to use your body through experience, it doesn't really matter. Now I have to take myself in this moment as I am. People seem to like me more when I've had a drink or two, calm down, let my guard down. Fair, but my guard was up for a reason. Because I don't find people to be particularly trustworthy through experience. And I have different eyes. To prove my experience. And although I can prove my experience by recollection and knowing what I've been through, in a court of law, it never really holds up. Because they're not psychologists. They don't put together that an abused kid that ends up killing someone was just misguided tension, anger, and horrible feelings. In this world is very devoid of love. Nourishing love, what women should be, but then we're programmed not really to be. Everyone wants to be a boss bitch. It's like, you're never going to be as good as a guy, first of all. Sorry. Truth hurts. But that's the point. Is we didn't need you to be us. the better part of us, which would have been you, could have been delicate, could have been nice. And yet, this world descending further into chaos, and women not realizing that if you had more of those type of nurturing women, a lot of us would be a lot better off. This world would be a better place. But we let propaganda get the better of us, because they are what's on the TV, and I am just some guy that gets 5 views per video. Thank you for listening.